What's up guys, DVJ is here and welcome back to this channel. In this video we're gonna watch the whole heptathlon of the World Championships 2018 in Birmingham. Super nice heptathlon, super interesting, a lot to see and also a lot to learn, so let's not talk too much, let's jump into it. Alright guys, I'm super excited to do this today. It's the first time ever that we do anything like that in the channel, and I think we're gonna do it actually quite many times or quite often, because it's just nice to sit in the evening, watch some track and field and just talk a little bit about it. So yeah, as I said, let's not talk too much, let's jump into it. Alright, so that's the first heat in the 60 meters. Damien Warner, super nice sprinter. He super strong in the 100 meters as well as in the 60 meters. Kai Kaczmarek is also a pretty good sprinter. I don't know about the other dudes now, so don't remember the starting list anymore. But whatever, let's see what's happening. Oh, and it's such a nice start of Damien Warner. 6:75 for the first 60 meters. Here we go for the first event. Let's go. But it also seemed as that Kai Kaczmarek also reached a pretty good time as well in this 60 meter dash. Let's wait for the time for Kai Kaczmarek. It must have been decent for him, I think. Look at the start of Damien Warner. Look at this. Let's go back, guys. If you guys want to have a good 60 meters race, then just do it exactly as he does it. Yes. All right. Let's go forward. Let's maybe delay the stupid circle. All right. Actually, he got a pretty big arm swing. Yeah. That's what I also wanted to mention. Do you guys see his arm swing? That's a really nice extended arm. That's also pretty nice on lane 5? Yeah, I think it's lane 5 right here. Also got a pretty nice arm swing. Let's check out Damien Warner's. Yeah, big arm swing. Do you guys see that he's having a pretty big arm swing in the beginning, as well as Kai Kaczmarek on the right lane next to him. Yeah, pretty big arm swing, and then he's just accelerating as hard as he can, and then he's just getting tall. And now, yeah, right now he is straightened up, he is tall, and now he's just holding the speed and also increasing the speed as far as possible. But he's probably on this maximum speed already. And yeah, now he's just staying calm and looks pretty loose, doesn't look tight. Let's watch the race again, and yeah, let's check out how it looks like in the real speed. I don't know if I just clicked the slow motion button, but that doesn't look as fast actually. Yeah, here we go. Now we have the normal speed again. What did Kai Kaczmarek run? A 7:15. Ooh, I don't know if this is actually a good time for him. 6:74 is definitely a pretty nice time for Damien Warner. I mean, there are not many heptathletes or multis in general who are running faster than this. I think Ashton Eaton is one of the heptathletes who used to run super fast, but he was not taking part here in this heptathlon. I think he finished his track and field career after his world record at the World Championships at 2017, but I'm not sure. Oh, that's the second race already with Kevin Mayer on lane 7. He is also one of the favorites, like one of the favorites within this competition, and he seems to hit a pretty good time with a 6:86. That looked also decent. He seems to be super happy with that. Yeah, it's also for the 60 meters, you always want to have a nice start in the beginning. Like the 60 meters is the first event, and yeah, you want to have a nice start for that. Alright, let's check this out. Here. not as hard as an arm, like the arm swing is not as hard and not as pushy as Damien Warner is doing it. So when he's coming out of the blocks, let's see what his arms are doing. The first arm swing is pretty big, second arm swing is pretty big. But then he's getting short already. Well, here he still has a big arm swing, but he's getting shorter already. I think Damien Warner was here, is having a big arm swing on this position as well. Yeah, now he's just getting tall, finishing the race. Looks super comfortable, confident. Yeah, that's a pretty nice race for him. Nice. So Damien Warner was probably leading after this event. Yeah, of course he had the fastest time, and the second fastest time might have come from Kevin Mayer with a 6:85. Let's see when the total scoreboard comes after the first event. Yeah, 977 points for Damien Warner and 936 points for Kevin Mayer. That's a pretty good start for the competition for both of them, I would say. Let's say I know Dominik Distelberger, he's from Austria. I don't know if it's a good beginning for him though. Alright, let's go to the long jump. In the long jump we can maybe analyze it a little bit more. First jump by Kai Kaczmarek. The first jump that is shown is a jump by Kai Kaczmarek. Pretty decent long jumper. He is jumping pretty well. I was watching the decathlon the last time. A few days ago, I think in Rio, or it might have been the World Championship somewhere, but he also jumped like 760 or something, which is pretty decent as an heptathlete or as a multi. And here he's jumping 768, and he's not starting this competition, but starting the heptathlon already with a probably decent 60 meters time and a personal best in the long jump. So working pretty good for Kai Kaczmarek so far. Okay, this is, let me go back to the name, Kastyanov. I don't know him, however, his first attempt was a foul. That's always a shitty situation, I would say. If you foul the first jump, in that heptathlon, that's not nice. You don't want to have the first jump with a foul, because then you're getting under pressure. Well, let's see how he did in the second jump. At least he got a white flag, that's the most important thing. His sign, when he did this with the arm, that might mean that he kind of like slipped through the planting leg, so that it didn't stay stable, like that most of the energy just got away because he bended the knee and couldn't like generate the energy into height. But yeah, 743, I mean, that's also a decent jump. It's always hard to say if it's a good jump for the athletes or not, since I don't really know the personal best. But as long as you're jumping between a 720 and a 780, of course, depending on what you are able and capable to do, but then you're usually in the good range. Let's see Kevin Mayer's jump. He had a personal best already in the 60 meters. Let's see what he's doing now. It's so nice. His technique is super nice. Woo! That's a pretty good jump for him. So nice how tall he gets. Let's actually go back to the jump and see what he's doing. That was a super nice jump. Alright. Let's check his approach. Unfortunately, you can't really see the first steps. But here you can see the steps from the mid on. Alright, here he's getting tall, he's getting confident, and now he's coming to the last steps, which are pretty active. Yeah, pretty active and nice. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty nice jump. That's also, like, do you guys see that? What he's doing with this last jump, or with this last step into the approach? When he's planting the leg, he's not like really jumping. He's more planting the leg, and then he's pushing his body over this leg. So he is using the leg more as a Yeah, he's losing his he's using his leg more as a lever instead of like a jumping tool. So he's just like planting the leg, it stays stiff, it stays like unbended, and then he's just pushing his body over this like created lever, which then generates a lot of height, if you guys can see here. Like it just pushes him out. Yeah, how high he gets. And then his jumping technique is of course very nice. He's also like, I don't know if it's called like that, but he is using a different technique in the long jump than I do. It's like a running technique, so you're still running in the air. As you guys can see here, he's basically doing another step. I use a different technique at the end. It doesn't really matter probably. At the end he could probably swing his arms a little bit better, and the landing is also not like perfect. However, I guess that's a pretty good jump for him. Let's wait for the result. It's also typical for Maya. He's always like putting his tongue out. Every event you see from him, he's always putting his tongue out, especially when he's running. And he also hit the board actually perfectly. Crazy that it hasn't been a foul. He seems happy. 7:55 and another personal best. Another personal best. Here we go. That's how you can start a multi. But Kevin Maya won it with a 7:68, which gave him 980 points, followed by Kevin Maya with a 7:55 and 947 points. What was Damian Warner actually doing? Let's check that. He was jumping 7:39. I don't know if that is good. Let's actually check for his personal best. Ooh, I've just seen that he jumped an 8:04 in a competition in the USA in 2016. So the where's Damien Warner? The 7:39 is probably not what he really wanted. That's like the long jump. If you're good or bad in long jump depends a lot if you're actually like a fast athlete. And as you guys have seen already in the 60 meters, Damien Warner is super fast. It's the same with Ash Neaton. Ash Neaton was also a crazy fast athlete. He's probably still super fast, but he's not a pro anymore, or he's not competing professionally. But he was, for example, also starting the decathlon in a 10:20, and then he was long jumping like 8:20 or something, like just ridiculous in a decathlon. Alright, let's go to the next event, the Shotput. Damien Warner in his first try. Oh, it looks like it was a pretty good shot. It's like 14, well over 14 meters for sure. That's also a discipline I struggled so much with, Shotput. I don't understand why. It actually doesn't seem that difficult. I don't know why, but it's just so complex, and there are so many things happening at the same time. A 14.90 and a personal best for Damien Warner, which is pretty nice. The guy from Cuba, well over 15. He doesn't seem happy with it though. Did it say Cuba? No, it says something else. You can't really see the technique in these camera angles. However, it's also not that much about today to talk about the technique. Ooh, Kevin Maya with a 14.49 in his second attempt. And the first one was a foul. That's not good for him. That's definitely not good for him. He's an athlete who can. I think his personal best is like in the 17, in the 17 meters as a multi. So that's just crazy. Let's see what he's doing in this one. It looks better. That was over 15. Whoa. He seems to be very happy with that. I guess the 14.70 also wouldn't have been enough to actually come into the into the rankings of the first three. So let's see how far he threw it. He really hit the shot very nicely in this one. Oh, he is just freaking out. that's so nice. It must be such an incredible feeling after you haven't had nice attempts in the first 2 attempts, and then the third one just pushes out and you just hit it. That's the best. 1567. Here we go. That looks nice. That's like almost, that's one meter and 20 centimeters further than before. Oh, and he also won it with a 1567, followed by, what country is that? Wait, GRN, the country code. Okay, so I just figured out that it's a country called Grenada. Alright, yeah, let's continue with the competition though. Yeah, Damien Warner with 1490, which is also pretty nice. Kai Kaczmarek 1455. Don't know about his shot put abilities actually, and yeah, the rest is coming pretty closely with some shots. The lowest, Dominic Distelbecker with a 1304. I don't know if this is a good result for him, but yeah, we will see. The high jump is going to be interesting now. Okay, Kevin Mayer is currently leading with 2017 and 14 points, and followed by Damien Warner. So let's see what's gonna happen in the high jump. Kai Kaczmarek trying to jump 205. Ooh, that was a decent jump. Look at that. This is a nice high jump technique. That's a pretty nice high jump technique. Do you guys see these big first steps? That's like the bouncy steps. That's the bouncy step. So one bouncy step. The second is not as crazy anymore, but the first one you just like hop into your approach, and then you want to like build up the flow, build up the momentum, but easily, not too fast. It's you have a lot of time in high jump. He's staying tall, and then he's just making two like his last 3 steps are active, and then he's just planting his leg, and then you guys can see he's leaning away from the bar and he's trying to jump vertically up. Do you guys see how much momentum he gets upwards? This is a crazy jump. He's clearing this bar like crazily, but then the distance to the bar didn't happen, so it seems like it didn't fit, because it seems like he's having the height here already over the bar instead of having it like here. Yeah, but still he made it, so it's a good jump for him. It's also a seasonal best for him. Crazy how it just catapults him like upwards. It's so nice. It's just using physics actually. Alright, here's a jump about 2.0 over 217. He's using much more speed. He's using much more speed. And I would say this jump is actually not even close as nice as the jump we have just seen from Kai Kaczmarek. But he's leaning a lot. Like look, his leaning is pretty aggressive. He's leaning very much to the left side, and then but I would say he's actually jumping quite a lot into the bar. If he would go even more vertically, this jump would have been like much better, and also it would have been like more clearer. I don't know. This in German I would know. Just in English is sometimes strange. Like it would be more clean. He wouldn't have touched the bar probably. So yeah. But since he's jumping into the bar, as you guys can see, like not as crazy though. Like I mean, you don't jump 217 if you jump too much into the bar. But he is jumping actually quite a lot into the bar on this jump. But he made it, so 217, here we go. I would dream of these heights. And he seems super happy as well. Must be a nice feeling. He also won with that 217. Kai Kaczmarek second with a 205. Damien Warner 202. What? Where's Kevin Mayer? What did Kevin Mayer jump? Oh, Kevin Mayer 2. Here we go. I haven't seen it. He did jump at 202. I don't think this is actually a good result for him. when he did the world record in the decathlon, I think he was jumping at 2:07. Then it might be a good result. I don't know what he jumped in the decathlon. Let's check that out. Okay. He ended up jumping at 2:05 in his world record decathlon. So the 2:02 is pretty decent for him as well, which gives him 8 with 22 points. That's quite alright. I would love to jump 2 meters, but I think I'm actually pretty close to jump 2 meters soon. I just need to like apply the techniques or the technical aspects I also discuss in these videos just to my own technique. But as you guys know, it's not as easy. Just because you understand something, it doesn't mean that your body just like transforms it into the performance. It's unfortunately not like that. But if you practice and if you just stay on it, then the result's gonna come. And for me personally, I just try to concentrate on the technique and don't focus as much on the result. I just focus more on the technique, and then the result usually comes by its own. But that's also a process. It just doesn't happen all of the sudden. Alright, second day, first event, the 60-meter hurdles. Let's see what Kai Kaczmarek is doing. Pretty aggressive to the first hurdle. Also really nice technique. Fast lead leg coming down to the ground. Oh, good time, 7:85. Here we go, under 8 seconds. That must be a personal best for him. Yeah, that must be a personal best for him. I don't know if he ever ran under like 8 seconds in the 60-meter hurdles, but I'm pretty sure that the 7:95 is a personal best for him. Yep, here we go. Nice, that was a clean, like I don't know if it was actually that clean, but it was super aggressive. He was going into the hurdle, he was bringing the lead leg down super quickly. I don't know if they show the race again, but if not, then we're just gonna do it. Alright, let's see what he is doing on the first hurdle. Oh, he's coming out so aggressively, but all of them are of course aggressive, but he's also very aggressive. And then into the first hurdle, last step short, and oh, he actually hit it with his trail leg. And why did he hit it with his trail leg? I have exactly the same issue that I also hit it with the trail leg. His lead leg comes down pretty quickly. He could probably lean a little bit more forward. He is coming back pretty early again. Let's see what he's doing in the second hurdle. The second hurdle is, he's also hitting it with the trail leg again. Third one was nice. Lead leg is coming down quickly, and then the trail leg is also following. Yeah, he got some issues on the first and second hurdle, but the third, fourth, and fifth hurdle, they were all pretty nice actually. And he was able to really accelerate in between the hurdles and like to build up speed, to build up momentum, and yeah, then you're rewarded with a time under 8, which must be super nice. I would love to run this time. My personal best right now is an 8:29, but I hope I can improve this times a lot. I practice. Let's see what's gonna happen. It's a good race. I'm excited to see what Kevin Mayer is doing now actually, since he's a pretty decent hurdles runner as well. Not as good as Damian Warner or Ashton Eaton, but he is also pretty good. He's running like a 13:60 or 13:50 as a personal best in the 110 hurdles, so that's pretty strong. And I also have seen some practice videos of Kevin Mayer doing the hurdles. It's so nice. It's so nice. How smooth he just like passes the hurdles. That's really cool. All right, second heat, Damian Warner on lane 3 and Kevin Mayer on lane 4. Dominic Distelberger on lane 5. Yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. Damian Warner is making so much speed in between these hurdles. That's just look how much speed Damian Warner is creating in between the hurdles. Just look at the race again. comes over the hurdle and he's accelerating. Comes down and bap, 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 bap. Really nice. Also a pretty good race of Kevin Mayer. Look what Kevin Mayer is doing. It's a very clean race of Kevin Mayer. It seems like he didn't touch a single hurdle. Unlike Kevin Mayer, who touched unlike Kai Kaczmarek, who hit 2 hurdles with the trail leg. That's confusing when you just hit the hurdles and it didn't confuse him. He still ran a personal best in a very good hurdles race. It's still confusing though for me personally. I don't know how it is about other athletes, but I could imagine that they are also. It's not nice when you hit hurdles with the trail leg. That's never nice. You can hit them with a lead leg, but not with a trail leg. Kevin Mayer, 7:83. Might be a decent time for him, I guess. And yeah, Damon Warner really hit it with the 7:67, which I think was seasonal best. I haven't seen it. Might be a seasonal best. Yeah, it's seasonal best. You can see it. So that's the seasonal best means that he never ran faster the 60 hurdles in this season, on this indoor season. Ooh, the pole vault, that's a super nice event for Kevin Mayer. Kevin Mayer extremely talented. The pole vault starts here at 5 meters, comes into the competition at 5 meters. Yeah, let's see what he's doing. And always the tongue is out. Okay, it hasn't been out in this jump. Nice. That was well over the bar. Let's see some technical aspects. Alright, so he's coming here, last step, jumping in. Look at that, guys. Like everybody who has issues with pole vaulting, in which direction is he jumping? What do you guys think? Do you think he's jumping like in this direction, or do you guys think he's jumping up, like more vertically? I can tell you he's jumping up. It's actually the same as a long jump takeoff. You want to jump up, not into something. You want to jump up. And here, yeah, he's staying. He has a nice, pretty nice plant in this jump. And then the left. Oh, he got so much space. Look where the pole is. The pole is all the way to the left, actually. And then it just shoots him over the bar so crazily much. Look how high he is over this 5 meters bar. This is like also this rotation at the end. This is something I struggle a lot with. I don't know about you guys. The plant is alright for me. I still have difficulties like letting my lower limbs like straight and long, because this is actually creating the momentum you want to have if you want to jump up. And what he's also doing, what I just see, is like his pole is just going all the way to the left. I think my pole stays straight. But his pole is going to the left, and this gives him so much space. So he can really just work through it. Like, that was a bad painting, but he can really just work through it. Look, the pole is here, and he got so much space here. He can use all of this area right there to just accelerate the technique and to execute the technique, which is just nice to see. All right, that looks like a pretty decent start for him in this competition. Let's see if he can continue like that. All right, who's the next one? I don't know him. 5:30. Sint Nicolas from the Netherlands. Let's see what he's doing and what his technique looks like. Ooh. Have you guys seen that the left arm is not straight in the plant? Like, he is planting in, and then he gets the power from the pole. Like, look how he's planting. He's planting like that, which is totally fine, as you guys have just seen, because he is jumping a 520 with that. And then he's just jumping up, coming into the inverted position, And the pole, but do you guys see that the pole is like on the left side? Like it's always like going out to the left, which also makes sense. I don't know if it's actually doing that when I jump. I don't think so, but then everything is so nice, so controlled. When he's getting into the inverted position, the pole pushes him up, pushes him up, pushes him up. And then there's just a rotational movement, yeah, and then he's just basically popped over the bar. Nice jump, really nice jump. Okay, this is Mikhail Uibo from Estland. Oh, the 520 was already a personal best for him. Oh, look, he got a pretty nice row from 490 all the way to 520. Everything in the first attempt, and now he's at 530. Failed in the first one. Let's see if he can make it. Here we go. 530 for him. 530 for him. The technique didn't look as clean though as, for example, the jump of Kevin Mayer, but who cares? Who cares? Just go over this bar. That's the only thing that matters. But let's see the technique. Okay, so he's jumping in. Oh, that looks like his left leg stayed so long. So nice, so nice. Look how much energy he's getting from the left leg. Do you guys see the left leg, the straight left leg? So nice. And then all the way up, coming into the inverted position, and he is even kicking. That's actually like the wheel pole vault technique. If you guys see Armand Duplantis or also Renaud Lavillenie, like when they're in the inverted position, so they're like hanging on the pole, let's say they're in this position, then they kick upwards. And usually decathletes, they do it, but they don't do it as good. Otherwise they, yeah, kind of hard to say. I don't know if they would do pole vault. I mean, Ashton Eaton was also jumping 820, so he could easily go to the Olympics just in the single event of long jump, but he decided to do the decathlon. But what I really appreciate, since he also world recorded, yeah, nice jump from him over 530. They didn't show any jumps of Kevin Mayer though, as of now. .530, 520 for Kai Kaczmarek, pretty good result for him. Kevin Mayer, 5 meters. He just jumped 5 meters. Phew, that's, oh, the leading, like he was not leading that far away from Damian Warner. Like I think that, I don't know, I haven't checked the board before, I didn't really pay attention, but it hasn't been much. Let's see, like now the 1K is going to be super interesting, since Damian Warner is a very, very great 1K runner, as well as Ashton Eaton as well. They're pretty similar in their like stature and how they do it. Ooh, both from Grenada didn't have a height and pole vault. That's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate for the nation and also for the two guys. Imagine like you're making to the World Championships and then you're like yeah, can't make a single height in the pole vault. That must be super frustrating. Here you guys see the board. So it's 5,471 points for Kevin Mayer and 5,437. That's just a difference of like 25 points. Or 35 points. That's literally nothing. That's nothing. 35 points, that might be maybe 3 seconds in the 1K and the difference. So Damian Warner definitely has the opportunity to win. Kai Kaczmarek with the third place, 5,388. That's not gonna work out. So I think the first place is gonna be between Kevin Mayer and Damian Warner. So I'm super excited to actually see that race. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Damian Warner's probably trying to run away. I mean, he's a pretty decent runner, and Kevin Mayer, he's probably, like Kevin Mayer is probably also heavier than Damian Warner, so that might be an advantage for him. Ooh, there was quite a lot going on in the start of the 1K. That's actually not as nice, since the multis are more a family. Like, of course, they're also competitors, and they all want to win and they all want to achieve the best and the greatest. But what I personally felt a lot in the multi events is just the support of each other is pretty great, pretty nice for everybody who's ever did a multi. You're usually supporting each other. Here in the second lap, Damian Warner is already going forward, followed by, that might be Sant Nicolas, and the third is Kevin Mayer. So okay, Kevin Mayer, I mean, his only task in this 1K race is basically stay on Damian Warner, whatever it takes. That's already going pretty fast. I think the first 200 was a 32, so let's see what they're going through in the 400. A 103. And another 30 seconds. That's not that fast. That's actually not that fast what they are doing right now. Let's see what they're gonna do. Kevin Mayer is running pretty nice so far. Pretty nicely so far. Damian Warner leading. Yeah, I mean, he needs to create the gap. He's probably hoping that Kevin Mayer is just staying, yeah, it's just getting out of breath, and that the gap is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger, and then he might have the 3 second lead. 600 meter and a 134. That's already pretty quick. The third lap, is it the third or the fourth lap? Yeah, no, right now they're on the fourth lap. Is always, that's a tight lap, because it's one lap before the last lap, and it's usually a slower lap. They had a 32 in the first 200, 30 in the second, and 30 in the third 200. Let's see what they at 206 in the 800. That's pretty nice for multis. That's let's see what Kevin Mayer is doing. Kevin Mayer seems to struggle a little bit. Damian Warner looks pretty confident in the front, and he's going all out. Yeah, I mean, if you want to win, you have to do that. He was a little bit behind him. Kevin Mayer is now surpassed by somebody. I don't see it. It seems like his French teammate. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Mayer falling into the finish line, and the last lap of 31 seconds again. That's actually quite fast. Let's see if he actually made it. Like that might have been enough for Damian Warner to win this whole competition. Actually, let's see. Kevin Mayer just completely exhausted. Put everything inside of this. Yeah. Seems like Kevin Mayer won. Can't see it. Yeah, here we go. Kevin Mayer won, but I think the difference probably hasn't been that much. Let's actually check the scoreboard, because my battery is also almost dead. Let's see if I can charge it. A 906 and a 237 and a 239, so it's a 2 second was a 2 second difference. So yeah, the world leading best. Whoa, 5 points difference. And the third one, the Kai Kaczmarek didn't do it, but he did do 6,238 points. Or whenever you're doing 6,000 points in Hepthatlon, then you know you're a great athlete. Like I struggle with the 5,000 points. Sometimes I really hope I get better. Like the next seasons, I really want to like attack the 5,400, 5,500 points, something like that. And then of course my goal personally is also to reach the 6,000. But yeah, like the way to become one of these athletes is definitely a long way and also a hard way. And I also think they're actually a little bit older than most of the athletes. So if you are also like watching this with me right now, and yeah, you're asking yourself like, how are you supposed to do that? How are you supposed to become that good in all of these events? Just believe in yourself. Just try to learn the techniques. Just try to get faster. Try to, get the skills you need to be not famous, but to be a great heptathlete or multi. And even if you do the single events, I mean, it doesn't matter. But when Kevin Mayer is jumping pole vault, he's super easy. That's just the confidence, and there's not much effort. It's just fun. Like when you watch these dudes, they're usually having fun. So that's also what track and field is about. So you should definitely enjoy running, and you should enjoy jumping. You shouldn't care as much about the results. Like whatever. I mean, you can't change the result. The only thing you can change is the technique, and the technique is gonna automatically change the result. If you have a poor technique, then you're probably also gonna have a poor result, definitely compared to others. But yeah, that's it for the today's episode. It's a longer episode than usually. For me personally, it was a lot of fun to just do that and just watch some track and field with you guys. If you enjoyed the video, just let it me know in the comments, and also leave a like if you guys want to. Leave a subscription if you want to have more videos of this, if you want to learn more about track and field and what you can do to actually improve your techniques. And yeah, guys, it was amazing. It was a pleasure for me, and we're gonna see us in the next episode.